And we're back with another video. Today we're going to shoot a different kind of video. This is not in the studio, which is right there. That is out here in the driveway, where I'm going to do an old school video like I used to do, and I miss doing, and I enjoy doing. But the weather's not been great for quite a while, but now it is incredibly beautiful. We are going to work on my shaker, my 2023 Dodge Challenger shaker, and what we're going to do is we are going to raise this scoop up by about 3/4 of an inch with this Scalia Motorsports riser kit. It's about 70 bucks, and no, this is not sponsored by him at all. He did give me a discount code I'll put on the screen, just because I hit him up on Instagram to make sure I got the right one, and he said, look, if you want to offer your people some discounts, cool, I'll give you free shipping. I'm like, absolutely. So if you buy one, I get no money. If you don't, I get no money. It's just, if you want to do it, do it. But it's pretty cool. Raises this thing about 3/4 of an inch, so that's about what it looks like right now, and I think it'll look great. So we will jump into that. But it is like 81 degrees today. It is incredibly warm. Let's check out the driveway, the garage. There's my wife's Defender that is not broken, but will be soon, because that's what it does. And of course my baby right there. And you all want to see Kendall's wrap? You want to see my daughter's new wrap? This is crazy. She had the idea. I did not. It was hers, 100% her idea. And it's not even done. There's some more stuff going on the sides, but this is what she did. What's great is she even chose to put her verses, Romans 8:38-39. And it's filthy. She needs to clean her car. So, but nonetheless, this is her new wrap, half and half. Go follow her YouTube channel. She is, I think, well over, I mean, like maybe approaching 2,000 subscribers. Can't remember. Go check it out. Doing more uploads lately. And I know it's been about, what, it's been, golly, probably a year since I gave you an update on the house. I mean, we moved here after we left the place we were at for quite a long time, and this is our new pad. And I just want to show you, those of you that talk trash about California and say you live in California and blah, blah, blah. I live in Orange County. It's very different than LA and other areas. Forgive the mess in the backyard. But this is why we moved here, and summertime is going to be incredible. And I'll give you the view here. There's my wife. Hi. Filming. What are you doing?
What are you filming the yard for?
What are you doing? You want to be on camera?
No.
Sure. Golf course. That's the first hole. People want to see you and your friend.
No.
Yeah.
Only film me when I have no makeup on.
All right. All right. Let's get down without getting injured here.
Oh, damn it. And if you're trying to show the nice, relaxing view, you need to come on the balcony and show it.
Yeah. What are you watching?
Racing.
Cool. All right. All right. Anyways, let's jump into, look at that guy. Hello. All right. So let's jump into what we're going to be doing here today. And I'm going to take you along with me, because instructions, I think he did the best job he could with the instructions, but I'm a guy. Instructions. I'd rather just watch a video and then do it. So I'm going to pop on another camera and we'll jump right into this thing. The install looks pretty easy, but it's been a while since I've dug under the hood of a car, to be all honest with you all. But I think this is going to be nice. It's going to lift that thing up about 3/4 of an inch and just make it look a little more aggressive. Let's get these hood pins off and get this video started. All right. Now, something you all do need to know first is there is a tool that comes with the shaker. So if you got a shaker, you should have this tool. And I realized mine came with it, but if you didn't get this tool, then you can order it on Amazon, and I'll even put a link in the description below. There's my filthy engine compartment, and this is what we're going to raise up, and it's real simple. There is some bolts right over there, whoops, nope, that's a bug, there, back there, I think even another one back there. So pull those things out. But the shaker comes with a tool, and the tool is because the only way to get to your oil cap is to have this tool or a 10 millimeter socket. So a 10 millimeter socket will work just fine, but they figured that we would not be having one of those with us everywhere we go, so they included this with the car. It even says shaker on it. All it is a 10 millimeter socket that just goes on each of these bolts, so we can remove them, and yep, there you go, and get this part off. So let's go ahead and get that done. But if you don't have one of these, just grab a 10 millimeter socket, you'll be fine. So let's grab these things. It should be really easy. And the key is not to lose these nuts in the engine compartment. 3, 4. And by the way, you see this? There's going to be a new one that's a lot slimmer, since this thing's going to be poking up pretty high. One thing I know I've learned over the years is that this, when it's warm, it's easy to get on. When it's not, it's not. So let's go ahead and throw this guy out in the sun. Let it get warm so that it'll be easier to put on later. Alright, there we go. There's only 4 of those. This thing comes right off. So now I'm going to pop my other camera on to make this easier. And we'll get the rest of these bolts off, and then undo this. We have to definitely undo this guy right here. Just loosen it up so this thing will pop off. And then we'll put the spacers in, put this thing back on. We'll be in business. Now this Insta360 Go 3 is the coolest camera in the world. Grab one of these things, 350 bucks. I'll put a link in the description. It will be an affiliate link, but this thing is awesome for working on your car because you can pop this guy out. I'm going to drop this down my engine compartment, I'm sure. And then you have this camera. Pop this thing into your hat mount. And now I can record from my hat. Alright, let's get these guys out. That's a horrible sound. I just heard a sound. Something dropping. Eesh. Might be a washer underneath there. Alright. Oh, there's one on it, so maybe that's it. Alright, forgive me for being a drama queen on these things, because if anyone has ever dropped a bolt down in your engine compartment or a tool, it is not fun. By the way, look at that. There's a loose screw right here, loose bolt, and I've never done anything in here from the factory. Well, good job, Dodge. Maybe it loosened over time, but that shouldn't happen. Tighten that up a little bit more later. So, by the way, this is where you do the oil, see? That's why they give you this tool, so you're not screwed out on the road. Now, these are going to be replaced with longer versions. So, but I believe I need this nut, because that one is going to be an extension. Let's get them out. And before I go ripping this thing up, gotta remember, I've got to undo that hose clamp on the right side here. I'm gonna grab these just to be safe, in case I need some sockets in a bit. Set that there. Alright, now let's loosen up this hose clamp. There we go. There we go. That'll come off. Boy, this is going too easy. You know what that means? Something bad's gonna happen. Which is, what am I missing here? That's it. It's just a little sticky. Oh, alright. There we go. And this guy comes right off. Oh, it's already hot. Leave that guy out here to cook. Gallia Motorsports, thanks. Now it shows that these things are numbered, but they are not. But I can figure this out. Simple deduction. I think they're all the same size. Get this guy on there. I have a secret in my trunk.
Right here at the Gilman Chrysler Jeep Dodge, the salesman was assaulted and wound up in the trunk of the vehicle.
All right, got this little secret in here that I think everybody should always have. 10 millimeter on hand. We don't have to go hunting for it. Just tighten this guy up. It's nice and snug, perfect. So that's good. It even has a little ratchet. Pulls that to loosen or tighten. Love this thing. Comes with all these guys. Now they all are the same exact size, but they're different. This one is not magnetic, and that one goes right there. Each of these are magnetic, which is nice. See, it'll stick right there. So I know that it's, I can't tell from here, but it should be centered good. Same with this one, which I cannot see, but what I can do is take the hat off. All right, let's use my hat camera to see if that thing's lined up there. How's that look? That looks good, right? That looks good, yep. Let me move it just a little bit over. That'll self-correct. Let's pop the other two on. Of course, magnetic, and I can see those just fine. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so here it says to loosen that hot ass thing. Loosen that. Make sure this sits as low as possible. Just gotta loosen it just to make sure this is low. There we go. Careful, it's hot. It's hot. I'll push it down. I'll tighten that up at the end. Slide this thing in place. Use this guy as a guide. And let's use the parts that were included in the kit. And the washers. So we'll slide that down. These are longer bolts here. There you go. There we go. Perfect. This is going too easy, folks. You know when things are too easy, it means something. It means it's about to get real hard. And I'm prepared. Man. Yeah. It looks like there's probably going to be some adjusting going on. So, alright, that looks pretty good. Because I know I'm going to forget, and I know I'm going to only have to do minor adjustments, I'm going to tighten this guy back up. Alright, that's good. Let's go grab the grommet here. Put that guy on. Should be nice and hot. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice and warm. Totally pliable. There we go. So what I like about doing this work in the driveway is it takes my mind off of things that oftentimes are stressing me out. And right now, my baby daughter is at the pool with right there with a boy who has a motorcycle. It's awesome, right? It's awesome. And she says, oh, he's just a friend. And that's cool, but he has a motorcycle, so, you know, that's terrifying. Hopefully, this will keep my mind off of wanting to go down there and wring his neck if he ever has the idea of putting her on the back of that thing. Alright, so, this thing, somebody did say that these things are a little bit, they stretch when you're putting them on, so you might have to go back a little bit and just not pull as much. And right there we go. Perfect. Look at that. So before you try to cut this thing, just work it around. It fits perfectly. It does not need to be cut. Let's set this guy on top of here. The screws or the bolts here. Everybody's in place. This thing's not tightened down. Let's take all my mess out of here. Alright, is this touching anywhere? I don't see. Oh yeah, no. Well, something's definitely tighter. Let's see here. Is it rubbing anywhere? No. Let's see, push it back a little bit. No, something is not right. Oh, duh. How about this? That's the problem, folks. Keep the sockets set in the hood. Oh, you're going to have a field day talking trash in the comments. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're all perfect. All right. Now look at that. You can look at each side. I'm going to wiggle this guy around. I just want it to be perfect. I mean, it looks right. Look at that. Look at how much more it sits up. Just subtle. It's not huge. Just subtle. Oh, I think it looks perfect. It's perfect. All right, let's pop the hood and tighten everything down and call this a day. Success. Final tighten. Cannot forget about this one right here. All right, perfect. Let's pop this thing back on. There we go. All right, everybody's in here. And right here. Don't let me forget. We gotta tighten that one up. Don't let me forget. All right, that's all done. Let's make sure this is all tightened up. All right, that's good. All right, that's it, folks. We are done. Now let's see how this thing looks. All right, there we go. That's what it looks like. I'll put a picture of before so you can see. I'll put a picture of before right there. I'll go over here. Picture of before and then after here as well. So what do y'all think? And clean that up a little bit and we are good to go. Let's go ahead and pop these hood pins back on. And that was an easy install. We are golden. Look at that. Just a little subtle look. It's not a big deal. 70 bucks. What the hell? It's not a big difference, but when you pull up alongside that thing, you definitely see that hood scoop a heck of a lot more all the way. Very nice. Next, I'm going to put some LEDs in here that are green. I'm just kidding. I would I would never do that. It's just all right. Let's wrap this up. All right. Anybody ever had anything hurt more than when you snap these guys on like this and your fingers in here? It hits your fingernail. It's a lot of fun. Whoops, totally forgot. The best thing about the shaker is that shakes. So let's now see if you can see the shaking more. That's kind of the point of this thing as well. You can see it. It's shaking just a little bit better than before. Just a little bit. All right. Let's get out of here before my wife starts screaming at me and go edit this video at the golf course. Oh yeah, there she is. Hey! That's the motorcycle. See? Hanging out with a boy on a motorcycle. Yeesh. Yeesh. So I always tell her, those of you with daughters, if you hurt her, you'll never make it to trial. You'll never see the inside of a courtroom. All right, everybody. All right, seriously. See you later. Take care.